Hi, fourth grade, it's Mrs. Boswell, and this week we're going to be learning about hurricanes, Earth's mightiest storms. The first thing I'm going to have you do today is I'm going to have you pause the video, and I want you to go get your writing or even your spelling spiral notebook because we're going to take some notes. So go ahead and pause the video. I will do a countdown from 5, and then you can restart it, or you can just pause the video and go grab it. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to start with this first I can statement. It says, I can describe what I already know about hurricanes and what I want to learn. So in your spiral notebook, I want you to make this T chart. So just make a T, okay? And on the first one, you're going to say what I know about hurricanes. And on the second part of the chart, or the second column, thinking about like our fractions, I got 2 parts here. It says fill in what you want to know about hurricanes. So I want to see what do you know and what do you already know. So I want you to pause the video and go ahead and fill that in your spiral notebook. Okay, and then join us when you're done. So I want you to pause the video and then come back. All right, now that you pause the video, we're back here to our home screen. The second I can statement is, so now that you've already filled in what you know and what you want to learn about it, we're going to start with the vocabulary. That's going to be really important to this chapter. So it says, I can identify and define new important vocabulary. Okay. So in your next page of your spiral notebook, what I want you to do is I want you to draw a line down the middle. So you have 2 columns. Okay. And then I want you to have across, I want you to have 5 rows. So you would need like 4 lines across, but 5 rows, because we're going to have a total of 10 vocabulary words. Okay. And you're going to do each vocabulary word in a box. Okay. And in your first box, we're going to start with this word whirling. Everybody say that word, whirling. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to write that word in the first box. And then as I go through these, I want you to write down things that are going to help you remember what does the word whirling mean. Now I have lots of examples, okay? But you don't need all these examples. You just need to write down what is going to help your brain remember the word whirling. All right, so whirling is the definition. It says spinning rapidly in a circle. Here's the sentence with it. Hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones are all whirling storms. Oh, spinning quickly. Synonyms of whirling is turning, circling, twirling, spinning. Some antonyms or opposite of that or non-examples would be splashing, raining, falling, and jumping. All right, our second word is rapidly. The definition of rapidly is says with great speed, quickly, or very fast. Our sentence, the car rapidly went around the racetrack. Some examples is quick, fast, swift. Some non-examples would be slow, turtle pace, or lazy. Okay. Remember, you can pause the video as you need. I'm just going to be going through them. All right, this next word is condense. And I love this word because I always say, oh, boys, make sure you put a coaster underneath those cups because there's lots of condensation. So you're going to find out, if you've ever heard your parents say that, you're going to figure out what does that word condensation mean. Okay, well, condensation is just is another way to say it is to condense. Okay, condense means to change from a gas, which is our water moisture, to a liquid and water droplets. Okay, at one point, if you see on this cup right now, it has water droplets, but at one point, it was a gas. It was just water moisture. Right? And it was cold to the touch. It says, here's a sentence with it. It says, the cooling causes moisture to condense into tiny droplets of water that form clouds. Oh. So condense is those water droplets that are forming the clouds. Okay, so here's an example. It says, moisture will condense on eyeglasses when you enter a warm building on a cold day. So say I was outside and it's really cold and I was wearing my sunglasses because even though it was warm, it was cold, there was still a little bit of sun. And then I walk in the building and all of a sudden my glasses fog up. Well, that is it condensing. It's that gas that was on, or that gas that kind of connected with my glasses. It's that water moisture, right? And then eventually if I were to let it, okay, it would start having water droplets if you had enough. Or another example is overnight when it's really warm during the day, and overnight it freezes. And if you ever seen your parents' car outside and there's frost on it, okay, that would be water moisture. That frost is water moisture. And then as the sun comes out and it starts to melt it, it becomes water droplets. So that's that same word, condense or condensation. Okay, here's a non-example. This will not happen. Okay, it says moisture will condense on eyeglasses when you enter a warm building on a warm day. This is actually false. It would have to be a cold day entering a warm building. All right, our next word is source. Source means what makes, causes, or begins something. It says the clouds are the source of the storm's rain. Okay, because cloud carries rain in them. They're made of rain droplets. Examples: sun causes daylight. Clouds make rain. This are not examples. Sun causes nightfall. No, that would be because the sun sets. Clouds make ice cream. No, sure wish they would. That'd be totally awesome, but they do not make ice cream. All right, our next word is rotating. Rotating means turning or going around in a circle. The moon is rotating around Earth. Examples are turning, circling, twirling, spinning. Oh, that reminds me of that word whirling. Non-examples would be splashing, raining, falling, jumping. Our next word is rage. Storms, winds, seas, or rivers that move in strong or violent ways is rage. It says, I listen to the wind rage in wild gusts. Examples are high wind, strong, gusty, winds with rage. And then winds that do not rage are gentle and light, quiet and calm. Okay, experience means when people or places take part or go through something or through it. It's exciting but a little scary to experience such a powerful storm. So when we have thunderstorms, we experience those. We go through them. Okay, example is losing your favorite book. Have any of you ever experienced that? Or maybe winning a prize or experience bumping your elbow. These are some feelings you might have when you experience something. Okay, if I lose my favorite book, I would be hurt or sad. If I'm winning a prize, I would be super happy. Okay, bumping your elbow, I would be hurt. Sometimes you might even be nervous. Ancient. It means people or things that lived long ago or a long time in the past. Here's a sentence. Bathed in candlelight, our house looked like an ancient castle. Because remember, they didn't have electricity. So examples would be old, long ago, in the past is ancient. Non-examples would be new, the future, or happening right now. Okay, number 9 is predict. Predict means to say what that you think will happen before it happens. Meteorologists have to do a lot of predicting the weather forecast. Okay, so they have to they say what they think will happen before it happens. Okay, this sentence says, my dad said it was impossible to predict when we would regain our electricity. Examples would be to guess or estimate. Non-examples is I know it and I'm always right. Those would be the opposite of predict. All right, and our last word today is registered. Okay, registered means displayed or recorded on an instrument or a machine. A sentence is a crackly voice reported that nearby weather stations had registered the highest wind speeds. An example of instruments that would register different things, one would be a thermometer, which would register your temperature. Speedometer, which your parents use when they drive in a car, measures their speed, how fast they're going. An anemometer, anemometer, measures wind, and that's what they would use at a weather station. Again, when you're done today, I want you to post a picture of the notes that you took on your vocabulary words because you're going to use them in the next activity. The next activity that you're going to do is and on Seesaw, you'll see the words. But over here, you have riddles. You're going to match the correct vocabulary word with the correct riddle. So the first one says, I bet you've already guessed who I am. When water vapor becomes raindrop, it does this. When you want to get somewhere fast, you move this way. I'm spinning so fast that I'm dizzy. What am I doing? Someone who is really mad might do this. I'm so old that the olden days were new to me. What am I? And you and Cecil are going to be matching the vocabulary. You're going to drag the vocabulary word that matches these riddles. Have fun and good luck today. Make sure you take a picture of your notes.